Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining us today for our second live webinar brought to you by my good self, Alex Chisnell, here at the Festival of Enterprise. I'm joined by David Bystricky in Bratislava. Am I correct, sir?
Absolutely. Hello, Alex. Hello, everybody.
Yeah, and I'm broadcasting live from Poole in Dorset, which is just started chucking it down with rain, actually. I've forgotten what rain looks like in this country over the last 6, 7, 8 weeks. It's been non-stop sunshine. What's it been like over in Bratislava?
Well, Alex, if you forgot how rain looks like, you just should fly to Bratislava. We have rainy days like 10 in a row.
No, really?
Yeah. It's like in the song, rainy day.
Oh, I mean, that's been the beauty of this. I suppose one of the positives from lockdown for us here in the UK is that the weather's been amazing. So when we have been allowed back out outside, we've enjoyed it. And I was just saying to David, like, my mother is in Cardiff in Wales, and she was saying that it's still, pretty much locked down there, not allowed to travel further than 5 kilometers, etc. So coming up to 90 days, I think, of that now, which is a lot. So people diving in. We've got Jane. Great and cloudy, but always beautiful, up in a tiny village in Loch Lomond in Scotland, Trossachs National Park. Thank you for joining us. Jane Karma is watching from not so sunny Aylesbury in Bucks. Anne-Marie is at Chalfont St Giles, also in Bucks. Caroline from Bristol. Simran's joining. Seen Simran, you joined us on a couple recently. You can see that. Thank you all for joining us. You can see people jumping in. The numbers are going up and up and up. Those of you joining us live on Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube, if you want to participate fully, then ping over to Festival of Enterprise to register for this, and you'll also be able to ask David your questions as well. Sheridan, thank you for joining us as well. So these webinars, this is the second one that David from Dell Technologies has brought us. We also had one of his colleagues last week or the week before, and another one coming up, I think, at the end of this week. I'll double check the schedule whilst David is talking shortly. But just to give a brief intro, guys, Festival of Enterprise. So we've given you months of the first, best and free information on stabilizing your business during this COVID-19 crisis, and now's the time to seize the new opportunities in this new economy. Economy is clearly being opened up. I can see like July is a date for example, my wife has a beauty salon. She's opening up then. I know hairdressers, a lot of the other shops have been given the all clear as well. So these are the perfect opportunities really to capitalize on the knowledge and information that's being brought to you by David today. For example, services coach at Dell Technologies. David has got more than 5,000 hours experience in business training and coaching, 20-year plus career in managing and directing businesses, and he's going to be using his experience, skills, and knowledge to help you achieve your goals. So without further ado, we are coming up to perfectly on time to start, actually. 1:59. We are talking Inform, managing your energy, tips from your fellow inmate, David. Take it away, my friend. I'm looking forward to this.
Absolutely, Alex. Thank you very much. I'm looking forward as well. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our webinar heute. Today, sorry, that was German. Today, we are going to speak about how to manage your energy, and we are going to speak about how to stay motivated. And I have the one perfect solution for you, the one magic bullet. Let me find it in the breast pocket. Oh, well, guys, I'm sorry. There is no magic bullet. There's no magic bullet here. Just only these matches. Well, then let's do it another way. Imagine yourself sitting in a dark room with your coach, and you are asking your coach like, hey man, listen, I need to manage my energy levels. I need to motivate myself. Can you help me out? But I don't see how to do it because it's dark. And I just don't know where to go. And a good coach will just pull out one match and say, okay, The only thing I can do as your coach, because you are owning your own life, you are owning your decisions, you are owning your feelings. The only thing I can do is light the match. I hope the fire alarm goes doesn't. You are lighting. I'm lighting the match, and I'm giving the match to you. And you just look around yourself, whether you find the door or not. And if you find the door, then it will be your decision to go through. And this is what I'm going to offer you today. There are no magic bullets. Sorry, sorry. I must have lost them. There were dots anyway. So what we are going to do today, we are going to speak about how to manage your energy, how to maintain high energy levels, and how to try to motivate yourself. But this is really not a magic bullet. It's up to you whether you go with it or not. And what of those things I will speak about you apply and what you decide not to. I'm perfectly comfortable with your solution because your solution will be yours and yours only. So the first thing we are going to do is we compare two people. Let's look at Bikini Body Mommy. And as you can see, this lady could be a shining beacon, an example of fortitude and strength of will and determination for us all. She is somebody to emulate. She is somebody I just say, Bikini Body Mommy, lady, I bow my head because you are great. Look what she has done. How many times actually she has lost her weight, got in shape, and then again and again and again. This is somebody I would like to have as my coach and as somebody I would go to in times of need. So this is just a perfect human being for me. So look at her. She just managed to lose weight like 3-4 times. Who counts? And she will be able to do it again and again and again. A shining beacon for us. Whereas the other guy managed to lose. In the meantime, he managed to lose just his glasses. and I'm sorry, I don't know how what's the name of this guy because in the internet there was no attribution to this picture, so I could not give any attribution. But if we look at those two, Bikini Body Mommy and John Doe, who managed to lose his glasses, if you look at them closely, my question is actually, is this John Doe, let's call him Robert, for the sake of simplicity, is Robert less intelligent than Bikini Body Mommy? I would wager no. Who knows? Is he less capable? Maybe I would wager no. Is he less determined? Maybe not even that. But there is a distinctive distinction between those two. And this is the paradigm actually under which they operate. Because Robert operates under the old paradigm and Bikini Body Mommy operates under the new paradigm. The old paradigm is telling us like the issue is time. If you can find enough time to get in shape, then everything is okay. But I would wager Robert had ample time. Instead of watching TV, he could have step on the treadmill and do some exercises. But obviously he did not. But Bikini Body Mommy did not speak about time, did not think about time. She thought about energy, where to find the energy to do it. Because if I have energy to do it, if I have the strength to do it, then I can accomplish almost anything. The old paradigm about time management says like too much challenge is not okay. So we should minimize the challenges to a level which we could manage in the time allotted to us. The new paradigm says seek challenges because every challenge gives you more energy. Every challenge, surmounted or not surmounted, gives you something that invigorates you and pushes you toward your new goals. Because the life is not a marathon. If you are running a marathon, you come out of breath. If you are running a marathon, you will need to compartmentalize your strength because the road is long and tedious and and it's really not enjoyable. How could you enjoy a life which would be a marathon? But the energy management paradigm says no, life is just a series of sprint. You just sprint to your next objective, and then you have time to relax, and then you sprint to the next objective, and then you have time to relax, and then you sprint to another, and then it's not only bearable, it's just enjoyable. It's just something you can look forward to, and then you look forward to any challenge because this is my sprint. Let me do this. Let me surmount this challenge. Yeah, let them come. This is the spirit, guys. But if life is a series of sprint, then relaxation is a need, not a waste of time, like the old paradigm would make you believe. Relaxation is something you need. Relaxing is also work. You need to have a high quality relaxation and well spaced. Just every athlete, every professional athlete knows that relaxation is just as important as any exercise he will do. In the old paradigm, when you are waking up in the morning, it's all about discipline and rewards. You are working for rewards actually, and you need a high level of discipline to do everything, right? No. The new paradigm says when you stand up in the morning, you don't have to scramble up discipline because willpower and discipline are a finite resource. What you need to do is to build healthy habits. So everything you do will be a ritual for you, and you will be able to do it without thinking, without wasting too much energy on forcing yourself to do it, because you are not working for rewards. You are working on things that have meaning, that are meaningful to you, and that brings you from the bed at 5:30 in the morning and to the treadmill because you know it has value, it has meaning. I'm doing it because of something. I'm doing it for something. There is a meaning, there is deep meaning in everything I do. And then you don't have to force yourself like in the old paradigm. I should need to think positive, and if you are not thinking positive, then something is wrong with you. Think positive, man. This does not work, guys. This does not work. What works is actually flow, because if everything is a ritual or a habit to you, you don't waste your energy, you spend it meaningful, and then you are in the flow. And every professional athlete, again, knows what flow means, or they call it actually to be in the zone. This is just like when you are playing a computer game which completely engulfs you. This is like reading a suspense novel where you cannot put the book aside, and you just stand up in the morning, begin to read, and then look around yourself, and it's dark again, and you are saying like, what just happened? Wow, I just could not fathom how the time progressed. I was completely in the flow, and this is actually what brings you, what makes you afloat in life. What will invigorate you, and what will give you a lot of energy. And now you could ask, well, David, this is all nice. This is all nice and enlightening, but how to do it? How to do it? Can you take me from where I am now to where you are, obviously, now, without taking drugs? Well, yes. There are actually 4 components which need to be in harmony in your life and in actually everything you do. And if all those 4 groups of needs actually are satiated, then you will maintain a high level of energy almost indefinitely, actually. Then the burnout is just a zero prospect. Then it will never happen. And those are the body, the mind, the emotions, and meaning. Things that transcend your work, for example, or the menial tasks you are doing. Let's delve and deep dive into each of them. And what I will do now, I will always light a match. So I will show you things that I call facts for kids, just well-known facts that need to be remembered, and then I will show you a method how to implement those facts into your life. And I hope this will be profitable for you. So what about the body? Most important thing, actually. Without the body, without a healthy and actually a rested and invigorated body, there is nothing. There goes nothing. And this picture says it all actually. When the shoes are not fitting, then everything is bad. Then the day is ruined more or less until you get the shoes off. So the facts for the kids, for the body, is that actually everything counts. Your body never forgets, and sadly it never forgives. So it goes both ways, in the positive and in the negative way. The extra hamburger you had today, well, it will be in the belly, because everything counts, every calorie counts. But also when you decide, for example, that you don't use the elevator, but you walk, like, let's say 2 flights of steps, and then I use the elevator up to the 134th floor. But those 2 flights of steps count, because your body will remember them and will remember them fondly. So whatever you do, your body never forgets, never forgives, but also the positive things count. So each small good thing you do counts. Even 1 minute exercise counts. And for exercising, music is something that can completely shape your emotions, and it can completely shape the framework in which you are exercising. So if you feel like, today I don't want to exercise, just try it with music. Try it with music you like and that invigorates you. And it might be that your mood will completely change due to music, or you will get into flow, and then you will just notice, like, wow, for 1 hour I'm on the treadmill. How does the time pass? I should probably stop. And that's the point where we want to go. Mental performance, actually exercise, like I said in the last seminar, exercise is more for the mind than for the body, because mind and body are two sides of the same coin. And your mental performance will be greatly enhanced by exercise. And not only your mental endurance, but also problem solving skills, creativity, and of course memory. And memory is also tied to sleep, and exercise makes actually for great sleep. Exercise boosts also self-confidence, and you can see it on professional athletes or people who are exercising regularly. When they come into the room, something changes. There is some subtle shift of something, of energy, or maybe it's the way how they are comporting themselves. But it's you can see that they have just more self-confidence than the average person. So if you want to boost your self-confidence, put the self-help books aside and go onto the treadmill. And how to do it? I have developed a method which I called FAC. So exercise FAC would mean F goes for my former dog. Uh, Rest in peace, Foxy. And his name was Foxy. And Foxy was just a dog. When I just told him at 5 in the morning, like, "Hey, dude, let's go out. Let's go outside and have a walk." He never ever wavered. Was it raining? Was it snowing? Was it freezing? He never ever wavered. He just went. And this is something I have learned from him. Actually, the most important things in life I have learned from my dogs. But this is something I learned from him. Never ever think about it. If you want to do something that might be uncomfortable for you, then just do it. Swallow the frog, as they said in the motivational literature. But don't think about it. Don't think about the frog like, oh, it's ugly, it's green, it has warts, and it stinks. Just do it. Just swallow it. And if you go to the treadmill, just put on your shoes and go. Don't think about it, because if you start thinking about it, you might come across thoughts like, should I do it today? Do I have the spirit today? Should I not wait? Should I not first have breakfast? And all those kind of things. And believe me, if you are starting to think those thoughts, you will never ever start with the exercise. Just do it. Just go. Have a plan and execute it. And in the execution phase, Don't linger. Don't think about it. Just go, like Foxy did. A stands for accruals. Each day a small portion. You cannot start with physical exercise. Well, imagine you are like me, who has not exercised like for 10 years. And when I started, I could not start with 1 hour brutal badass cardio. How long would that last? Maybe the first time, and then it would be over. No, I started actually, guys, with 1 minute exercise. I started with 1 minute of on the elliptical, and then the next day, I just did not feel like 2 minutes, which was my plan. So I said to myself, okay, but you need to have some accruals. So let's say 1 minute 30, and it was 1 minute 30. Okay, I was ashamed a little bit that it's only 1 minute 30 for such a big guy, but it was a start. Now I can do an hour. Now I exercise every day in the morning and in the evening. So it works, but just have very small accruals. Like for example, today I will walk 10 steps and then I will use the elevator. It's completely okay. Maybe the next week you will walk 11 steps. Maybe the next week you will walk 20 steps. Whatever works for you. The accruals can be very small, but they should be there. And C stands for continuity. So you need to build continuity. It should be actually a habit. And if you don't think about it, if you do it every day or like 3 times a week, but really regularly, you continue with it. And the accruals are so small that you can think ahead and say, okay, this is what I can manage. This is what I can manage for the rest of my life, for example. Then you are on the right track. Then the FAC method works for you. And let's go to mind, because that's the second part. The first part was body, and now the mind. Actually, mind is very easy. This is everything that stimulates your brain for rational thinking. Books are a great example for that. But you can do puzzles. You can do jigsaws. Whatever works for you. Some people have computer games. Computer games come into actually into this category of the mind. And some mind facts for kids. Sorry. Some mind facts for kids are that mind exercises actually boost your concentration. And if you combine them with physical exercises, then you are unbeatable, or you start to be unbeatable, because we have two more pillars to stand on. Mind exercises boost your vocabulary, and it's a very known fact that an eloquent person who is considered a very wise and very outspoken, it makes actually 50 special words make or break it. The difference between a person who is considered to be a great speaker and a person who is considered to be an average conversational partner is actually 50 words. And like erroneous and those kind of nice words. So vocabulary, mind exercises will actually enhance your vocabulary and also imagination, because it will take you into territories where you have not ventured before. Mind exercises will also boost your self-confidence, because you will have a brighter overview about things. If you are doing riddles and you will grow gradually good at it, then you will be able to tell yourself, okay, I'm not such a stupid guy as I used to think. I'm actually a very smart person with a very polished vocabulary and great imagination, and it will be true. And also, mind exercises do for a good sleep, because then you will actually expand a lot of energy, but also build a lot of mental energy, and you will be able better to surmount mundane problems which arise every day. And how to do it? The FAC method also works here. If you are new, for example, to reading books, and your goal is to read books, then begin maybe with magazines. No problem with that. Maybe begin with 1 page before going to sleep. No problem. Actually, books are are a great thing to put you asleep, unless it's a horror also, or otherwise a suspenseful novel. But just don't think about it, and do a small mind exercise, and you will see how it goes. And every day you can put in more pages, for example, heavier stuff. And the most important thing is you just keep doing it, and you will be proficient with time. And it also hinges on emotions. And in the old paradigm told us, like, this is actually a statue about two faces of Buddha, and we know that Buddha was somebody is reported to have been somebody with a great emotional intelligence. And it is said actually that to be happy does not mean to laugh all the time. Positive attitude, positive attitude. No, no. Content people are sometimes also earnest, but you can be content, you can be happy and earnest at once. So there are actually two faces to a happy person, and it's completely okay. And emotions come mostly from everyday things, like petting your dog, like smiling at somebody, like deciding to be nice at somebody, and this person will return the favor. 90% of the cases, this person will return the favor. Or like thinking of something that is meaningful and also positive. So the some emotion facts for kids are that all the emotions elicit actually bodily reaction. Um, uh, the Gestalt psychology would actually tell you body first and then emotions. So your body feels the emotions first, and then you realize you are feeling some emotion. And well, be it as it may, it's always also a bodily reaction. So if you are under stress, your body is also under stress. It's not only in your mind, it's also in your body. And if stress ruins your day, then you can believe me, stress is ruining your body as well. So it's very important to practice. For example, mindfulness is also a great emotional exercise. And it's very important, or meditation, and it's very important to practice those things, because it will alleviate also some stress on your body, and you will not so-called somatize your stress, which could lead actually to very unpleasant things. And emotions are contagious, guys. When I'm laughing now, then you might have a laugh on your face as well, because emotions are contagious. So if I were you, I would seek out people who are actually who are more smiling than frowning, because also bad emotions are contagious, and we all know that one bad apple can spoil the whole jar. Actually, one person with a toxic attitude can spoil and can completely spoil a meeting. With face first, I mean, sometimes when everything fails, actually, you can even force a good mood on you. uh, Try to smile, try to really smile. And a real smile means you have wrinkles here and you have wrinkles here, and your mouth is just turned up. And if you smile, then somehow, I don't know how it functions here, but somehow your mood will be better. And it's a proven hack. Actually, it's a proven emotional hack. And smells, guys, are the most important thing for emotions. Uh, think about one thing. When people get sick, it's mostly sick. I mean, they would like to throw up. It's mostly because of some unpleasant smell. It's not an unpleasant sound. It's not an unpleasant sight. It's an unpleasant smell. Don't think about those smells. You are doing it, I know. But smells are crucial for building an emotional harmony, or to have positive emotions. So surround yourself with good smells if you can. And also sleep. If you are emotionally satisfied, satiated, then it will reflect on your sleep. And good sleep is actually half of everything. half of good mood, half of health, half of high life quality. So emotions are very important for sleep. And the last, but really not least, emotions, FAC, which means don't think, accruals, and continue. Last, but really not least, is the meaning. This can be those are the things that transcend your normal life, which is mostly being preoccupied with yourself. This is normal for all people, but there are things which transcend it. Acts of small kindness, or doing stuff which is not aimed at us, but at furthering some better goal, like ecology, for example. uh, those things are actually boosting the self-worth, because and self-worth is not self-confidence. Self-confidence is boosted by exercising, by mental exercise. But if I want to boost my self-worth, like the feeling I am something, or my worth as a human being is actually great, then I need to transcend myself and do something that is for other people, for the environment, for the community, for a good cause, for a just cause. And that is actually the only thing. It brings a deep satisfaction no other things can bring, and it's actually boosts self-worth. And body integration, with that I mean that it will actually boost your feeling of being of well-being, and you will feel it also on the bodily level. I don't have to speak about sleep. And have you seen that all four things are actually very good for sleep. And if you are satiated in all four things, then you will sleep like a baby. They will also boost your autonomy as a human being, which will have a very positive effect on self-worth. And this is actually a vicious circle, but the vicious circle in a good sense. And your mastery in actually almost everything in life. So doing some charity work will actually pervade in all areas of your life. It's not only about doing the charity, or dedicating time for a cause. It will actually pervade your whole life. Things that have deep meaning, whatever it is for you, whatever functions for you, because it's your door. Remember, it's your door. And if you are doing those things, and if you have doubts, then you are doing something wrong. Because if you have a plan, and want to use the FAC method, just don't think and do in small steps. Maybe a small step for humankind, but a big step for you. And this is what it comes to. And do it continuously by small steps, small accruals. And you could say, no, David, I cannot do it. It's a very nice theory, but time constraints, family, job, money, mortgage. Well, yes, and yes. But excuses are actually the tombstones on the graveyard of your dreams. Because to be able to accomplish something you dream of, to accomplish something that will give you this level of deep satisfaction, you will need a lot of energy, and the energy will come from the satiating these four pillars. If you stand firmly on those four pillars we just spoke about, then you will have a lot of energy for just everything. And if you are asking, sometimes you don't know whether to do something or not. If you're asking me, because people have often asked me, like, David, what is the one criteria I should use when I don't know whether what I do is the right thing to do or not? Then I would say it's just your compass is just the quality of life. If you ask yourself, like, is this furthering my quality of life? And if you can say yes, or is this the thing that would is this what I intend to do, the thing that would further the quality of my life the most? And if you say yes to that, then do the FAC. Then don't think more. Then do it, like my dog Foxy did. And before we end, guys, I have a very important message for you from our colleagues, from my colleagues at Dell. At Dell Technologies, we are here to help small businesses and making sure you have the right solutions and you are supported every step of the way, because our advisors are here to give you free advice on a one-to-one basis. And if you want to discuss further your business needs, you see the number displayed, or just go to the website and you will see. Those guys are really nice, and those guys know what they are talking about. So just feel free. We will be happy to receive you. And thank you very much for your patience and for your attention.
Awesome. Thank you very much indeed once again, David. Good to see you there. Great presentation. Lots of comments from everybody in the audience there. Any questions that you've got? Thank you. Nigel says thank you. You are very welcome indeed. Any questions that you got from David's presentation there? Please pop them up. Lots of thank yous coming in. Nigel, William, Simran, Juliana, Daniel. Very good indeed. Awesome indeed, says Mike. Yeah, as I was saying, oh yeah, thank you pinging in. Any questions that you've got? Anne-Marie Shipman says, great inspiration for a rainy, gloomy day. Very inspiring, says Sarah as well. And as does Karma, says very inspiring as well. Yeah, any questions that you've got to finish off? Just pop them in the chat. I can see Peter recommended a book. Read Why We Sleep by Matthew Walker to understand why teenagers need to stay up late and get up late. I'm just going through that with my eldest, just turned 13, and as if by magic, with a magic wand, all of a sudden she's getting up at like mid-morning. Homeschooling at the moment, which literally gets done in 2 hours. And I have checked with her friends at other schools, and it's the same. They're all literally getting through the work they get done in a couple of hours. So I can see David writing that down. I'm going to write that down as well, Peter. So thank you for that. And Lao Tzu, yeah, I'm Chinese general, wasn't it? I've got one of his books upstairs as well. So I'm writing that down. Thank you very much. Marcus says positivity breeds positivity. Absolutely. Just having a trawl through.
Thank you, I'm really helpful
now. How do you, William says, thank you, William. How do you stop burning out or fatigue taking over? What's your take on that, David?
Thank you for the question, William. Well, actually, not to burn out, you will need to have three components. You will need to focus on things that are, because obviously you cannot stop doing everything and just go to a cottage in the woods. That would be like Evil Dead, right? that would not work, maybe. But you need to have three things. Focus on things which, when you are doing, you have autonomy. It means you can invest yourself into those things, and you can do it at least partially in your way. Mastery, so you will feel like what I'm doing, I'm good in it, and it has meaning. And if you have all those three components at once, you can invest a lot of energy. You will be tired. You will go to sleep really tired, but you will never burn out. Burning out means your body is telling you you are doing something which we actually don't like. It means body and mind. Stop doing that.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think your body clearly tells you these things, and you just have to listen, and maybe you take some of those tools that David has talked about to utilize, to leverage, and maybe you tune into your body a bit better. I mean, I started doing mindfulness myself a couple of years ago now, and I now do it every morning when I wake up. I started yoga a year ago, literally to the day. I now I noticed on the app it says you've now done 199 classes, which is pretty cool. But it just makes me more in tune with my body. I can feel when things are tight. You know, and that, I mean that, you know, like mentally as well as physically, to be honest with you. And I find those tools really help me a lot. So Peter says, and I've got a take on this, but I'll let David go first because it's his webinar. Peter, do you agree that lack of time is actually a lack of priority? What do you think, David?
Absolutely. You nailed it. You nailed it. You will always find time when you set your mind to it, and when you have a lot of energy, then you can accomplish actually the tasks in a very small amount of time. So time for rest will also remain.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I think, you know, we've all got 24 hours in a day, 7 days in a week, 31 days in a month, 365 days in a year. But what you prioritize grows, you know, and you can focus on it, and what you don't tends to wither and die. That's been my experience, and it's just where you prioritize that time. 100%, absolutely. William says, great advice. Thank you very much. Any other questions, do pop them up here. What about yourself, David? I've got another question here. Let me bring that up. Here we go. So this is from Miss, didn't get your first name, but says, if you are being pulled in different directions, David, how do you know which one is right for you? That's a big question, isn't it, really?
That's a big question. You have this compass always. So you just examine all the directions. The first thing actually is to realize that you cannot go into many directions at once. This is how actually people were tortured in the Middle Ages. So you need to choose one direction, and I would examine each direction with this compass in mind, like what furthers the quality of my life the most, and then it will be pretty clear. And maybe sometimes the answer is not rational, but the answer is emotional, or your body will tell you, like, this is what we want to do, let's do this. And just listen to yourself and do this.
Yeah, I mean, and my take on that is, if you're being pulled in different directions, how do you know which one is for you? And I think the more focused you are on what your goals are, the easier it is to know which direction you need to go in, and so that you don't feel that you're pulled in a million different directions at once. Something that, again, recommend a book called The One Thing, easy to Google, The One Thing, and it's my favorite book. Author escapes me at the moment, right, answering these questions and looking at the chats here, but I've mentioned it a number of times on my own podcasts and things like that, and it just, you know, any one moment, you know, what is the most important thing this hour? What is the one thing this day? What is the one thing this week? What is the one thing this month? And it just gives you focus and clarity, I think is the other word I would use. You know, if you have focus and you have clarity, you don't feel that you're being pulled in a million different directions at once. And I literally use that anytime I'm feeling overwhelmed. I literally just frame it and think, what is the one thing that I could do right now that moves me forward and it could be a personal part of my life, it could be business part of my life, but I find that, like, massively helpful. Every time I'm struggling with that, I just try and reframe it with that question, and it gives me clarity, I have to say. Yeah, any other questions, guys? That was just pinged in, so thank you very much for that. Any other questions, pop them in the box for us. I'm trying to remember, David, have you got any? Are you hosting another webinar for us? I know your colleague Nico is hosting one as well. Just wondering if you're hosting another one.
No, I don't think so. I think this is my last for now.
Okay, just seeing another subject to bring up, but we do have another we do have another one coming this Friday as well with Nico. So looking forward to that one, everybody. In the meantime, if we don't have any more questions, just trying to have a quick trawl through. Let's have a quick look. But a good audience, really good audience today. So thank you for being really engaged, everybody. Karma says, I think it's easier to illustrate a visible physical discipline than, say, an academic one, for example. I think you're probably right, to be honest with you. Makes it more visual for everybody, doesn't it? Miss says, yes, you answered the question. Thanks both. That is really helpful. Russell says, thanks both. Very good. Excellent. Well, we're glad to provide the solutions to any challenges you have at the moment. Yeah, awesome. Okay, well, if that's all the questions that we've got, David, it's just up to me to thank you again for your informative and always entertaining webinars to keep our attention there. Yeah, thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day and your week, and hopefully we'll see you again. Wayne says, thank you both, very motivating. Awesome.
Perfect. Thank you, Wayne. And
thank you, David.
for having me.
Thank you, everybody else. We're back again tomorrow at 12 o'clock with me. I'm hosting How to Amplify Your Brand with Podcasting. So if you'd like to know more about podcasting, then come along tomorrow at 12 o'clock. Karma says, inspiring and humor too. Great combination. Thanks again. Awesome. Okay. Thank you, David. Those are the contact details for Dell Small Business Solutions. Number is there as well. Everybody watching this on the replay or on social media will be able to see those on there as well in perpetuity. So thank you all very much. And those of you who did ask me as well, yes, the replay is literally available. As soon as I press this red button that says end broadcast, it will be on here, and it will also then be put on our YouTube channel, and you'll also be able to see it on Facebook and Twitter from the live streams that we've had running simultaneously. So brilliant. Coming up to 1/4 to the hour. Thank you once again, David.
Thank you.
Cheerio.